2-love first set.
McEnroe, he leads 2-love.
Service breaks are usually more prevalent on this kind of a court than they are on a fast surface. Got the lights on, Pat.
It'll be close to dark before they're through. A little bit easier to get used to if they leave them on like this or turn them on this early.
Call this event the Grand Slam. You're supposed to win one of those Grand Slam tournaments to qualify. That would be the Australian Open, French Open, Wimbledon, or the U.S. Open. McEnroe is the U.S. Open champion. Vilas, the Italian champion. Since Borg won the French and Wimbledon, the next tournament down the line to qualify was the Italian, and that's how Vilas is in this event. Really got to be confused because the last lob he drove up near, didn't even get to the net, so that one he really gave a shot, you know, really drove the thing and it floats over the baseline.
Wind just does funny tricks. McEnroe serving. McEnroe has run the first 2 games of this first set. It's the best 2 out of 3. 30 all third game.
To it.
30-40.
McEnroe let it bounce and backed up and then drove it well over the baseline. So as we come back live, it is break point for Vilas. Crowd get on McEnroe. He knocked the ball up in the air and it blew off over into the crowd. It's 2-1.
At Boca West, Pat Summerall with Tony Trabert. The finals.
That sweet young thing on the right of your camera is Sue Summerall, Patrick's daughter, who works for the Reagan administration in the White House. What an interesting job that must be. And the lady in the sunglasses should get the Medal of Honor. She has been married to Pat Summerall for some 27 years, and boy, what a task that must be.
She's been sick too. I don't know if that's what made her sick or not. Off the wooden part of the racket, the volley by Vilas.
That was right off the throat. Tough to anticipate.
15 love.
But they say you pay for the whole thing. You might as well use it.
Yeah.
Huh?
Get all the benefits then. Very interesting young man, 28-year-old Guilhermo Vilas. Poet, script writer, book writer.
Good shot. Right smack on the line.
Hey, one of the more interesting and difficult things about Vilas is that he hates to fly, hates to travel. And in the business which he is, that's a real necessity.
40 love.
Like our friend John Madden. He
Yeah.
doesn't like to fly.
Won't.
Well, you couldn't play this game and not fly. The way they
That's
go
true.
from continent to continent.
Pretty tough to be an announcer and not be willing to do that too, like John Madden. And you.
Oh,
It's 40 love, so Vilas 1 point away from getting even at 2-all in this first set. Trouble now. Oh, he made it. From about 8 feet behind the baseline, McEnroe with good early racket preparation was able to get out ahead of that ball and go cross court. Here's Vilas hitting a backhand that lob hit right on the baseline. Now this, I thought, really would put McEnroe in trouble. Vilas' ball wasn't quite deep enough. He was looking for the shot to come up the line, see where we're standing. Well, off the center service line, McEnroe fooled him by going cross court. 40-15. McEnroe not necessarily trying to win a point outright with a drop shot, wants to force Vilas to the net.
oh, 40-30.
The last 2 times these players have played, it was on clay. Vilas beat McEnroe down in the Davis Cup in Buenos Aires last March. Then he beat him again in Monte Carlo.
And as we mentioned before,
Good volley.
the head-to-head record on clay is 4-1 Vilas.
And lifetime 6-3
Love,
Vilas.
2-all.
And Vilas has now gotten even in this first set at 2-all. This kind of a court, as it dries out, they hose it down to keep it moist. As it dries out with the wind and the sun, the heat, and so forth, it becomes more and more slippery. Footing is a little more difficult. See how close McEnroe was when he made that first volley? I think he does it better than anyone playing the game. No one gets in as close as he does for that first volley.
Amazing how quickly he gets there too. It's that big serving motion starts him in that direction.
That's a good point, Pat. The good players are going to the net. They toss that ball well forward of the baseline, so they're leaning out to hit it, and that back leg is swinging through, so they're in a process of taking their first step when they make contact with the ball in the serve.
Just watch him now. Four or 5 feet inside the baseline after he gets through the motion.
It's wide. Good
16 all.
Good serving executed.
That's good tennis. Looked like McEnroe had Vilas in trouble. Guillermo nailed that forehand up the line, and McEnroe
30.
got there but couldn't do anything with it. McEnroe take a little extra time, get his breath collected.
Number 4.
That's the second double fault by McEnroe. 15-40, break point.
Come on, Mac.
Oh, bad error by John McEnroe. Vilas' shot was very short in the court.